What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to the Liverpool-Manchester United post-match analysis video. What did you think of the game? Do you think a draw is the fair result? I think Liverpool played better, a little bit better than in the previous Premier League games, but we have an incredible lack of goals crisis. Liverpool players are just short on confidence in front of goal, and that is very evident when Firmino scoffs his shots, Salah not hitting the ball early and hard, he's hesitant in front of goal, and I'm not sure where this has come from, because against Crystal Palace we scored 7 goals, but since then, yes, we beat Tottenham, but after that we have 1 goal in 4 games. 3 games in a row. Liverpool haven't scored a goal in the Premier League, and I'm not sure when that happened the last time. And of course, Liverpool have to take a point here, because I think, considering the circumstances, this is not the worst result. We could have easily lost today if Alisson wasn't in top form. I mean, we had no centre-backs playing for us today. We had Fabinho and Henderson, and considering that they were up against Martial, Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, one of the best attacks in the Premier League, they nullified them pretty well, except the last like 10-15 minutes. You can't force in football confidence. You can't give the players confidence. That has to come naturally. And you can train hard, you can work hard, and Liverpool have been doing that, I'm pretty sure. But you just can't give the players confidence in front of goal. And Bobby Firmino's lack of goals this season is a problem. Salah is also having a goal drought now in the Premier League. I mean, yes, we scored in the FA Cup 4 against Aston Villa's kids, but I think, you know, the highlight for me was Fabinho and Henderson today. They both were absolutely terrific at the back. We really could have lost this. Alisson made 2 very, very big saves at the end, and I don't really want to, but again, I have to talk about the referee, because Paul Tierney is an absolute clown, a shocking refereeing performance once again by a Premier League referee, and I'm sick and tired of talking about this every single time, but it's so bizarre every week. Within 3 seconds there could be a chance of Mane running through on goal. There is 1 minute of stoppage time at the end of the first half, and the referee blows the whistle just as Mane is running clean through on goal with 5 seconds to go. The 1 minute of stoppage time is a minimum that a Premier League referee, you know, has to give. If he says there is 1 minute of stoppage time, he has to play on a minimum of 1 minute, and then after that he can give an additional stoppage time. And this is how I think Premier League officials can influence and shape a game, because again, they allowed 5-yard offsides and 3-yard offsides from Man United to be played on, and then they flag offside when the attack is dead. But when Liverpool are just a fraction offside, or when they are level, the referee blows the whistle, the linesman flags, and that's just really terrible, really inconsistent refereeing. Shaqiri lofts the ball to Mane. He's running clean through on goal. There is 5 seconds left from the original 1 minute of stoppage time, and Paul Tierney blows the whistle. It's an absolute shocker, a scandal. I cannot believe that every week the Premier League referees are making major result-altering decisions, bad decisions, and I'm really sick and tired of it, because yes, this isn't only the referee's fault, but you expect the referee to make a much better job. And also, what was very annoying is that every time Liverpool built up momentum, the referee blows the whistle for a slight contact on a Man United player, and Liverpool lose momentum. The referee gave a lot of good decisions to Manchester United in terms of from Man United's point of view. He blew for every little foul that Liverpool players did, but when Salah was grabbed around the neck, the referee says, no, nothing to see here, carry on lads. I'm just really fed up by this. Yes, I'm annoyed that Liverpool haven't won this game, because we really should have won. We created enough chances, but again, as I said, our finishing has been pretty terrible in front of goal. We have this awful record of now scoring 1 goal in 4 games. And Liverpool in the past 4 game weeks have an expected goals of 6.5 goals. So we should have scored about 6 or 7 goals in the past 4 game weeks. We have just 1 goal to show for it. But I'm still optimistic. The season is still not even at the halfway stage. Unless, yes, Liverpool have had a terrible run of form. But when Diogo Jota is back from an injury, when Thiago, Oxlade-Chamberlain and other players, Shaqiri, are more sharp and more match fit, because you have to take it into account that this was Thiago's first game at Anfield in his Liverpool career. I can't believe it that we arrived in January and this is the first time Thiago plays at Anfield in a Liverpool shirt. Absolutely incredible. That's how bad our injury situation has been. But when Thiago is more sharp and more fit, I think Liverpool will go on a winning run. I really still believe in this team. Thiago sometimes ran the midfield. He had good like 20-25 minute spells and he could have scored today. They have made a fantastic save from a Thiago shot and he was just like 5% of his full match sharpness. And I think when Thiago gets match sharp, then the Premier League will see a much better Liverpool than now, and I think that will give confidence to the forward players. We just need something. We just need a break, and I think the next game, Burnley at Anfield, is ideal. Burnley are not in a good form. They struggled yesterday to create against West Ham and they lost. So if we beat Burnley and score a couple of goals, the confidence will start flowing through this Liverpool team, and then we go to Old Trafford in the FA Cup, and that is, I think, a huge chance again for Liverpool to hit Man United and knock them out of the FA Cup, and that could really kickstart our season again, because at the moment it looks like Liverpool just hit a wall in terms of goal scoring, and I think we really need to find why we haven't scored enough of our chances. I mean, it's one problem that Firmino had probably the best chances today. He had 3 very good chances which has fallen to him, and his shots were weak, they were inaccurate, they were straight at the hair. I mean, again, we had more than twice as many shots as Man United, but Man United had more shots on target, which is super annoying. First half, 9 shots, just 1 on target. Second half, 8 shots by Liverpool, just 2 on target. So overall, again, 17 shots by Liverpool and just 3 on target. We just don't hit the target. Yes, there were a lot of blocked shots. Man United blocked 8 Liverpool shots from the 17. That's like almost half the Liverpool shots that they were blocked. And I think Salah is also hitting a goal drought, which is pretty unusual. I mean, yes, Salah scored against Aston Villa, and after the Crystal Palace game, I mean, Salah has like 0 goals in 4 Premier League games, but before that he actually scored in like 1, 2, 3, 4 Premier League games in a row. So I can't really fault Salah too much, but Bobby Firmino's form is really concerning. I think something needs to be done. Hopefully when Jota comes back, then we will have a lot more goals, because I think Firmino just needs to be taken out of the team, maybe for a few games if Jota comes back. But until Jota comes back, I think we should play Firmino, and hopefully if he scores, then he will start being more confident in front of goal. But the problem is, he scored the winner against Tottenham, then he scored 2 against Crystal Palace, and I thought, here we go, the old Firmino is back. And since then, Liverpool haven't scored in 3 Premier League games. We scored 1 goal in 4 Premier League games. Firmino scored 0 goals. So that his form is definitely a concern. And if you look at his numbers, he scored 10, 11, 15 and 12 goals in his first 4 seasons in the Premier League. So he has never been like a prolific goal scorer, and he scored 9 goals last season, so that was already a dip. This season he has 5 goals in 18 games, but the problem is that like 2 of them came in that fluke Crystal Palace 7-0 win. So if you take that out, then he has 3 goals in like 16 games or 17 games. That is a pretty shocking record, 3 goals in 17 games. So Firmino's form is definitely a concern. But as I said, once Oxlade-Chamberlain and Thiago and hopefully Shaqiri gets more match fit, more match sharp. I mean, you already saw that with Shaqiri and Thiago in the midfield, Liverpool were much more creative. We created a lot more chances than Manchester United. We just failed to finish them, and that is because of a lack of confidence in front of goal. And as I said, you can't train confidence. You can't give players confidence. It has to come naturally. And I think Jurgen Klopp set the team up perfectly. This result is not on Jurgen Klopp. This result is on Salah and Firmino first and foremost, because they just failed to take their chances. And I also felt that Mane maybe should have done more. Man United also had a pretty solid performance defensively. Lindelof was everywhere. He made some terrific clearances, so credit to him. And Maguire wasn't good again, but Salah couldn't take full advantage of that. And the Premier League table now looks so congested. I mean, if Man City beat Crystal Palace, which I fully expect them to, then they will be on 35 points, 1 point ahead of Liverpool, just like Leicester. Liverpool are now only in 3rd place, and just 4 points separate the top 5 teams if Man City win their game. And Man City now have 2 games in hand on Liverpool, and they are just 2 points behind Liverpool, so they could go 4 points clear at the top of the table. Man United are now still 3 points ahead of Liverpool. Leicester City are now 1 point ahead of Liverpool. But as I said, the Burnley game, I think if we beat Burnley, that should really kickstart our season, because after that, if we knock Man United out, then we will go into the FA Cup, into the Premier League game against Tottenham with full confidence. But if we don't beat Burnley, then that will be hugely worrying, because after that our season could really collapse. If we lose to Man United in the FA Cup and then lose or draw to Tottenham, Man City could get a 6, 7, 8 point lead on Liverpool, and on current form you won't bet your hard-earned cash on Liverpool winning the title right now. But as I said, all the top teams have dips in form. Liverpool are currently going through their worst dip probably of the last 3 years, but I think the Liverpool players have the enough skills in them to get out of this mess. So I fully trust Jurgen Klopp to fix this, but I think it's on the attackers. The front three, they need to finish their chances, especially Firmino and Salah, but Mane as well. Mane hasn't been like scoring as many goals as usual either. But let me know what you think about this game in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later, guys. Goodbye.